Oh boy. Well, I'm in the wrong version. Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Cup Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight it is the second race of the playoffs, the second race of the round of 12 here from the gambling capital of the world, the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Glad to have you all back here with us tonight for what is undoubtedly one of the most hyped up races in this playoffs. Not because it particularly has like any outside meaning other than the fact it's a playoff race, but in the sense of the fact that it is one of the best tracks that we have to offer here. Well, gosh darn it, just closed me on a game, so I apologize for the brief momentary pause. Um, but um, yeah, it's really it's just a great track. We all look forward to coming here. Last time we visited here, it was a showdown between Irate Pluto and Tomato. Came all the way down to the line, and Tomato just barely beat out Irate Pluto by half a car length to win. Um, and it's just put on such crazy races in this league's history. It's one of our favorite tracks. Definitely is one of my favorite tracks as far as racing product. So I hope you all share that. It's a great thing. I will go ahead and get through the starting grid here once I actually get in here. It is 19 drivers setting the grid tonight. 19 drivers looking to do battle here. Test their luck here from Vegas. So, starting on pole is the 24 of Mole. He is joined alongside the front row with LRS in the 43. And we'll just quickly go down the roll. Starting third is HD Morton. Starting fourth is Flash Champs. Starting fifth is SP. Starting sixth is Tomato. Starting 17th is Clater. Starting 8th is High Road. Starting 9th is Dusty Stud. Starting 10th is Crimson Sniper. Starting 11th is Outlaw, which he's also known by Load Broke. I'm not quite sure on what I'm going to call him yet because I'm very used to Load Broke, and so if you hear Outlaw or Load Broke, they're the same person. Starting 12th is Drake. Starting 13th is Kenny. Starting 14th is Brad Ranger. Starting 15th is Storm. Starting 16th is Ardeni. Starting 17th is Hack. And rounding out the field in 18th and 19th with DNQs is Deport and Irate Pluto. It's a 200-mile race tonight, 134 laps around Las Vegas. Stages on, 2 times wear, and all cautions, as you know and love, as I always say, will be called from the administration team on the track. Let's go ahead and get to the playoff points. I'm sure you all are fairly interested in that. So, after last week we opened up the playoffs at, oh goodness gracious. We opened them up at Sonoma, yeah. In which we saw Tomato win, hit, and get into the next round. He is the first man locked in. After that, you then go to Mole, who I believe upon starting today's race will lock himself into the next round. He just has such a big buffer. Third seed right now is SP. LRS is fourth with Storm fifth. Flash sixth. Brad Ranger's seventh, and Kenny's the last man in currently. As far as for reasons for concern, like as for points, Storm is 15 points above the cut line, Flash is 11, Brad Ranger is 6, and Kenny Last Man is only 1 point above the cut line. Below it right now, Hack sits 1 point below the cut line, Irate Pluto sits 10th, he is 5 points below the cut line, Load Broke sits 11th in points, he is 7 points below the cut line, and Crimson Sniper sits 10 points below the cut line in 12th. So still very close as far as people trying to make it in. Obviously, the first race is going to be a little bit of a curveball since it is on a road course. So, now that we're on ovals for the next 2, it should be fairly interesting. Let's go ahead and take a peek at our upcoming schedule for UTLR. So tomorrow, the Xfinity Series is back in action. They will be at the Texas Motor Speedway for the second race of their playoff round. Go ahead and tune into that. It's on high draft, 3 times wear at Texas. So expect some chaos there. The F2 Series Season 1 finale takes place at Abu Dhabi next week. Title's already been wrapped up by yours truly, but the racing is always exciting, so you should probably tune in. Abu Dhabi is a very fun track. Next week, the Truck Series. Do they finally return? Yes, they do. Truck Series finally returns after a 3-week-long hiatus to get the third and final race in the round of 6, where 2 drivers will be sent home and our final 4 will be set. Next week for the Cup Series is our elimination race at Richmond, and next week for the Xfinity Series, they are at New Hampshire. So that is a week in UTLR. Looks like they're all getting into the Discord now. They're almost set to go. Let me take a peek. Who's live on Twitch right now for this race? Doop-doop-a-doop-doo. No one. So we'll have to kind of wait to see when they get in here. Yeah. Whew. So now we kind of just sit and wait. Hope everyone's day has been well on this fine early June day. We've made it to we're at the 6th month of the year. Next month marks the halfway point, so we're almost there. We're almost halfway through this year. That's kind of crazy. School's getting out for a lot of people. I know my school gets out next week. For a lot of others, school's already out for them. So cheers to that. It's a really missed-opportune time to take a sip of my beverage. But yeah, you know, it good times now. We're into the summer right now. I guess we can say that. The vibes are up, man. Vibes are up. NASCAR's going pretty well. IndyCar's been interesting, although not marketed. Formula One has actually been kind of competitive recently. IMSA's been always putting on bangers, and, you know, I'm sure every other motorsport I haven't mentioned or have not watched has been awesome. So, you know, vibes are up. Things are looking pretty good for us now, although in the racing world. I would hope that everything is going out well outside of that. Just for the record, I do not have 2 races on 2022 DLC. It's just, if you remember back to when this first came out and how it kind of affected data, or no, your stats. Yeah, I never really fixed that, so every time I get on 2022, my stats are always reset. And I'm always locked on Cody Ware because that's when I raced as him first. This was before, like, Cody Ware was deemed, like all the things came out about Cody Ware, so it kind of sucks. I always like running the 50 car. Just for my, just to, put that on record. Okay, it doesn't look like everyone's set up their streams yet. Still just me. I was doing some open lobbies with Hunter a little while ago, or H.E. Morton. So he's in good spirits today. He's starting 3rd in his favorite track, so a lot of people like this track a lot. It does put on good racing, multi-grooved. Just hoping for a great night tonight. Hmm. Just looking through stuff. Making sure I haven't missed anything. Blah, 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 blah. All the boring stuff. Just having to look through. Let's look at league stats for a second here. All-time winners? I haven't checked that recently. Yay. 6th. Mole is still all-time winner. Alright, Storm is live on Twitch. There we go. Stats are interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Am I just trying to kill time with random nonsense? Maybe I am, but, you know, that's okay. Alright, they originally had the lobby set up, but now they're going to have to reset it again to minimize the lag. For a second there, I was looking through like who Storm was inviting, and he invited Dark Outlaw. I'm like, who is that? And I realized it was load broke. Yeah, I changed the track. We're not racing at Atlanta tonight. Where you race there? Whew. Just tuning in again. We're getting ready to go green from Las Vegas just momentarily. We'll be all set to go soon. Sooner rather than later. Looks like they're just waiting on one more person to join. And then once they join, we'll be good to go. Looks like they're loading, or they're rolling it. Unsure if we're going to be having 18 in the field tonight. I think all of our playoff drivers are in it, so maybe it's just the last second driver was not able to make it, which would be quite unfortunate. Has anyone put down any times today at Las Vegas, or at least any that's notable? Okay. Let's look weekly. Yeah, I figured not with the draft and all. Well, I should be getting an invite soon, or in like a couple seconds, and there it is. Thank you, Mr. LRS, for the invite. Alright, 134 laps from Las Vegas, about to start soon. Did you really say I was last seen 87 days ago? Darn. I don't really get to look at my profile from the outside looking in. Well, and it's the day Las Vegas race. I hate this one. It's just more aesthetically pleasing at night. That is personal preference, by the way. Alright. There we go. Apologies of that. Well, I'm not really going to have time to look through the grid. I was preoccupied there. Oh, and it looks like Storm lagged out. Now, unfortunately, there is no lag out rule, at least here, which, and now that I'm just realizing that, yeah, they're not going to be backing out, so that is a huge blow for Storm. Playoff contender who was above the cut line, he is now out. I'm fairly certain he will score last place points, but a major blow and shakeup to the playoff points going into the race, not even a lap set. But round two, or race two of round number one is underway here from Las Vegas. It's Mole and LRS leading us to the green flag. Mole got a great jump with Hunter and SP on the inside, racing down to turn one. Out of 3 and 4, Hunter trying to work the outside lane on SP as Mole leads lap number 1. SP going to be just behind him, looking to the inside already. He has help from his teammate LRS as there's already a pack beginning to form. All right, who else is live that I can watch? Dusty Stud is. Already 2 lines starting to form. Mole trying to close them both down. Running kind of a middle line. Hunter clears now into second place. Continues on his charge. Trying to get by the 24 as we have 36 laps to go left in stage number 1. You see SP trying to work that outside lane with the aid of Kenny. Kenny, who almost won here a season ago. He is looking to get some vengeance here. It's been a while since we've seen him go to victory lane. Well, it would do wonders for him to make an upset in the playoffs already in race number 2. I keep saying round number 2. It is race 2. We're not in the second round yet. Hunter tried following a Mole down to the bottom, almost chopped off SP's nose. That could have ended horribly, but he's going to pull right to the back bumper of Mole. Kenny gotten to the inside of SP after converting down from the outside lane. He's now to the inside of that 42 machine. Oh, and up into the wall he goes. And now he's going to take deep into the inside wall, and a huge crash and piles up out of turn 4. Tomatoes involved. Irate Pluto's involved. Deport. Hack is still spinning on the outside wall. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Tie Road got a lot of damage. Dusty Stud, again, as mentioned, he got cooked. Caution will come out when they cross the line. And Hunter taking full advantage of this. Going to look to the inside of the 24. He's got the ground. He's going to have the help from SP. And looks like he will lead us back to the caution flag. Caution out for the first time today. Now I can take an opportunity to eat my dinner, man. Hungry. Yum. Alright. Pit road's open this time, as everyone will file down in. Filing into the pits, everyone making their adjustments. So we hit lap 7 there. They'll choose coming to lap 8, which means we will go green at lap 9. I hate that I had the opportunity to look and go find out how many laps they can do under green on fuel, but I unfortunately missed that. Anyways, a race off pit road. Mole won that. Otherwise, it's the same further back as far as they go for positioning. Air was bugging there for a little bit. That was not pleasant. Well, already about a third or maybe about a fourth of the way into our first stage. Payson right now will choose at the start finish line. And I would think for today, as far as the preferred line on restarts, you're going to want to go to the bottom. Just kind of seems like the generalized pick. However, it can be done and be successful running the outside, as Hunter's going to try here with SP. You know, it just really requires a good jump on the restart zone. If you get a good jump on that outside lane and you hang with the leader heading into turn 1 and 2, there is going to be really good chance that you can make something out of it. Hope to see that there. Let's see where else the field stands. It looks like they stand in solidarity with the inside lane. I said solidarity there. I'm not exactly sure what that word means, but I'm assuming that it has nothing to do with what I'm assuming it means. So, yeah. I try and use words. I want to try and use words and expand the vocabulary, but whenever I can. Sometimes, though, maybe it's just better to use simpler words. And simpler isn't even a word. Wait, is it? No, wait. Don't ever ask me about anything to do with the English language. Like, I am known to be a horrible speller, just horrible words, okay? Anyways, we're heading to the restart zone. It's Mole in control with Hunter out on the outside. Can he get a good jump? He's able to match him, but the outside lane behind falls apart. Green flag is back out, and LRS has given Mole a huge push as they go into turn number 1. Look at Drake making a great restart. Everyone further back has kind of been left in the dust. Down the back straightaway, LRS pushes Mole out to about a car length advantage as they race down into 3 and 4. Very dynamic part of the track. SP and company are heading to the outside, trying to make that work, and he will go to the door of the 4. He's got help from the 99 of Crimson Sniper and the draft of the leading pair going into 1 and 2. I have seen races before where the outside lane tends to be the preferred lane in the day. That might be pretty interesting from what I've seen, so I don't know about that. But that's just from my personal experience, that the outside lane tends to work better in the day conditions than they do in the night race here. I'm not saying that's a fact, but my science is sciencing. So when people we'll go to the outside, we'll see that probably later on. We'll see the outside lane succeed later on.
Do you not hear the fire?
Apologies for that again. Fire alarm's going off. That's not good. But there's no fire, so we're fine. Where were we? Okay. Yeah, so we are on lap 14 now. got just about 26 laps to go. I think that we are going to have to be making another pit stop in this stage. Unless we can go longer. Not certain on the amount of time we can go without having to make a pit stop. But here is a change for the lead. SP goes around the outside of Mole with help from LRS, and they are going to go right to the front. They would trail on the outside. As meanwhile, in the second pack, I'm kind of interested in this. They're all trying to trail around Irate Pluto, whose season kind of after this race earlier this year kind of got really quiet. You know, he scored his first career victory here last season at Las Vegas in dramatic fashion, and he was very close to winning it earlier this year. He was on the wrong side of a close finish with Tomato. He was half a car length shy of victory. And ever since then, he's gotten the occasional podium finish, occasional top 5, but it's just nothing really speaking out to what he was able to do last season, where he knocked down 3 victories, which, you know, I guess, to say the least, might be a little bit disappointing to him. He is sitting below the cut line right now, although not in really any need for concern. I would be pretty shocked if he got eliminated in the first round. But this is a track that's favored him throughout his career, and I'm not surprised to see him running well early on. Take some more bite of my dinner. Actually, before I do that, let's just... Yeah, there you go. Let you see this. All right. Single filed out for the most part in the front. Everyone kind of trying to work together to break apart from the second pack, which does have the numbers advantage, but unfortunately right now can't really do much, especially when they don't have the draft of the cars in front. 20 laps to go in stage number 1. That time by SP leading that lap. As they are getting closer, and you will notice as we go into 3 and 4 here that the line they're taking, they're not running like all, or at least in 1 and 2, they're running a little higher. Cars behind are also running a little bit of a higher line, so you'll see that start to go farther up the track as we go. Maybe into 1 and 2 you'll see. Let's see what SP does here. Now it just keeps it on the bottom. I guess it's interchangeable. I really want to say that the outside lane would be preferred, but unfortunately it just doesn't seem like that's the case. What does seem to be the case is this group right behind have drastically gained on these leaders. High Road, Irate, Pluto, and Tomato have all gone crazy and have gotten back up to this group. Almost like the leaders have been like driving in slow motion. Now it's a matter of what can they do. They've left that second pack for dust. And right now the battle for lead intensifies as Mole goes down the inside. 3 wide, now 2 wide there as LRS and Hunter drop back. Side by side now for the race lead. Contact made between the two. SP will have the run off of the corner, but no help behind. Mole will lead that lap, goes into lead, and here comes High Road out of nowhere, who just a few laps ago was sitting 5th, like about a second behind the leaders in a completely separate pack. Look at where he's gone. Look where the leaders have gone. They're all the way in the back. How did D-Port get up into this Flash Jams, excuse me, get up into this pack? I'm so used to D-Port driving that 18 car. I forgot Flash drove in here. Yeah, my bad. Flash Champ, he got up into this pack after they all started fighting, and now it's just turned to chaos. Arrows kind of dropped back a little bit, got a bit of a bump there from Hunter. Mole opens up about the biggest gap we've had all day for the lead. Irate Pluto now taking the opportunity to go down the inside of the 42. They're going to have to really get back together if they want to try and catch back up to Mole. Sure, they can just on their own if they keep fighting, but at least this leading trio, they're going to need to kind of decide amongst themselves who's going to be the one to chase down that mighty 24. Hunter's gotten his way back up into fourth. Mole running the middle of the racetrack there, wasn't able to get to the bottom. He looks pretty off the pace. He got really loose off of turn number 4. And a big run from the 9 going into turn 1. He had help from the 42. Wonder what led to such a slow run out of 1 and 2, or 3 and 4 for Mole. Yeah, he looks really loose. He's going all the way down to the apron off these corners. I think this might just be a setup issue. We'll see exiting off of 4 how that 24 car handles. Looks like everyone's kind of handling is going down the drain, and we're getting a little loose. Everyone's swapping positions right now. Oh, and Mole and Irate Pluto got into the wall. SP goes up and hits the 9. Can he rejoin? He is, but he's going to go all the way back, lose all that momentum. And that's just an unfortunate circumstance. There wasn't really much Irate Pluto could do. He hit the wall, got off the wall, and as he's getting off the wall, SP's coming off of the corner, trying to, extend his exit, and unfortunately just ends up in the wrong place, wrong time. They collide. Thankfully, SP probably doesn't have any damage. He didn't hit any walls, so it's not like he's going to be in a big issue. But he is out of the draft, which that in itself is pretty bad. Mole and Irate Pluto contact. Irate Pluto had to get all the way out of the gas in order to avoid him. LRS, I didn't even notice he came into the pits, and looks like others, Crimson Sniper, HD, SP, they're all into the pits. Well, I'll be darned. So it looks like we are going to have to make another pit stop. But I can't see what High Road's fuel is. He hasn't pulled that up yet for me. But it looks like this is a pretty early stop as far as everything else goes. All right, well, here we go. Flash Champs and High Road now pitting. Looks like they're all following on strategy. Mole elects to stay out with Tomato and Irate Pluto. Okay, they can go only... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, they can only go 14. That's at a half can of fuel. Half can of fuel is 7 laps. Okay, so let's do the math here, folks. If half a can of gas gives you 7, that means a can should theoretically give you 14, which means 2 cans should give you 28 laps of fuel. So you can go 28 laps on fuel. Tires, I'm not certain. Right now, that 24 is leading, and those 3 are just trying to edge out an advantage. I think it's just now hit me. Dusty Stud is... No, Dusty Stud's in here. Never mind. I was going to say, I remember Dusty Stud was streaming this. He is not anymore. Still the leading trio. Mole, Tomato, Irate Pluto. This is fuel strategy. So they are going longer to try and minimize... or to try and overcut. See more people on pit road. Hack was on pit road, entering just there. let's see here. Trying to find, let's see. I think SP might have only gone for 2 tires. Or maybe it's just how bad of a stop it was. I'm not sure. Anyways, it looks like they're coming into pit road this time. Oh, alright, Pluto is. But not Mole and Tomato. They elect to stay out another lap. Let's see where High Road's at. 10th, 7, or he's, okay. And there's 7 to go, but he's not on the lead lap. Mole coming into the pits this time. He's coming in with Tomato. They'll be side by side. This might be critical for Tomato if he wants a good stop. No, he's going to go around another lap. Mole coming into the pits. So that will now leave Tomato as the person in charge of the lead. Irate Pluto just got out of the pits. Look where Tomato is there. He's lapped him. And I've just noticed that we've had our second retirement. I mentioned Dusty Stud was not streaming anymore. I thought that was just because he turned off his stream. No, he is out of the race. Is not a playoff contender, but he would have been a pretty good contender for the race when Mole already off of pit road. It looked like it's just a gas and go for the 24 team. Doesn't look like any tires were taken. There's LRS. Where is SP? He is over here. Tomato's on his way into the pits. And right now, it's going to be on what that 17 car does. Mole is all by his lonesome, deep, or Irate Pluto just behind. As Tomato exits off pit road, Mole jumps out ahead. This looked to be just a gas and go. I think everyone else might have taken right side tires. So 4 laps to go. And right now our leader is actually Brad Ranger, who he is the last person to come into pit. At least according to everything that would suggest that he is. Just waiting for when 24 takes the lead. I believe this time, yeah, okay, so Mole is now back into the race lead, officially. 3 laps to go remain in stage number 1. Now, Deepor is in I keep saying Deepor, oh my gosh. Irate Pluto is in second place. I just don't know, man. Deepor's driving the 7 car. This is too confusing for me. Coming to 2 laps to go, pit road is closed. It's going to be a matter of if those right side tires of Mole can keep afloat. Doesn't look like Irate Pluto's really putting much of a dent into that gap. So it would suggest that Mole is going to waltz his way into another stage victory. And I think I believe, since we've had a few retirements as well, I think Mole is already locked into the next round, but it's not going to stop him from getting extra stage points. Green and white flag is out. 1 lap to go in stage 1 here at Las Vegas. Bit of a strategy one here for stage 1. Obviously, the caution early on kind of permitted that to happen. But a familiar result, pole sitter, is going to turn it into a stage winner as Mole comes to collect stage number 1 here from Las Vegas. I have a fan blowing on me. That's why my mic keeps acting up. Need to fix that. I got 2 fans, so this is not good. I'm trying to get the other. Yeah, I don't see as much overlay, so I'm hoping that fixed it, kind of. Whew. Well, we'll get set to go for stage number 2 here in just a moment. Everyone going to pit. I'm going to take a bite of my dinner. Oh. Oh, that's not a person in this race anymore. Well, similar front row. Mole and Ire Pluto will lead us here to stage number 2. And I believe Ire Pluto got up there through positions gained on pit road, as we have a 37 lap second stage, only 2 laps shorter than the first one. And I think that's going to set us up 37 for carry the 1. So about a 60 lap final stage, I think. Maybe a little bit of a long one, but that's okay. We like it here. As Mole will lead lap 1 of the second stage. Tomato has had a great job on the restart. He ended up finishing 5th in the stage. Or no, excuse me. No, I'm right. He ended up finishing 5th in the stage. Had a pretty quiet one, all things considered, after getting involved in our first and so far only wreck. Obviously, he was our previous race winner as LRS goes up into the outside wall. I think he had a little bit of help there. I briefly missed that as Hunter and Deeport move up into the 3rd and 4th positions, respectively. Hunter going all the way up the track. He drove that in really deep, and now Deeport looking to cross him over here on the inside, 3 wide further back. That's for the 5th place position. Now side by side for 3rd as Deeport washes up into the 4 of Hunter. He's going to keep it off the fence. Yes, he does. Now SP trying to look down the inside of that 7 car. Deeport makes his presence known. And Tomato and Mole doing not a signature tactic of theirs, as I don't think that this is, but they are, as we say in the business, running away with it right now. They are tandeming away, trying to get away from this group as they continue to fight. SP put in the business end of his front bumper to the back of the 7, and now Hunter looking to add on to that, as he might be looking to push the 7 actually down the front straightaway, looking to the outside. Contact between the 42 and the 4. They keep it straight, and Hunter gets 4th out of it. But they are continuing to lose time to our top 2, who are very content with just pushing each other. As these guys are very uncontent with who's leading this right now. I mean, this is common, okay? This is in nature, no different. When you have all these drivers, they all believe, like when you look at all these guys, they all think that they're the fastest car. And they think that they should be the ones to lead to try and catch the leaders up ahead. However, because they keep fighting and trying to assert their dominance here to lead, they only are shooting themselves into the foot and are causing worse damage trying to figure out who's going to be the one to lead. And because of this, we now have like a 2-second gap. As I don't know how Flash just made that stick on the inside, but that was pretty darn cool. Deeport leading the outside lane right now with LRS, SP, and Hunter. I think they all kind of like, come to their senses, hopefully, and are like, yeah, you know what, let's try and chill out for a moment. Let's try and make up some ground. Deeport's running a very interesting line. He's running right up in the middle. And I talked about that earlier, that might be some people's preferred line is to run up higher, but unfortunately that's not going to really sit well with some LRS looking down the inside of the 7. Of course, everyone looking to fall behind and follow through. So you see the Legacy Motor Club teammates working together. I wonder what Tomato and Mole must be thinking. Like when they pull away, what do you think they're thinking in their minds? Like, obviously Tomato's just like, open up the gap, let's just do this, but I don't know. You think they will be down to like just battle for fun? Like, honestly, I think that's what they should just do, is just battle for fun. I think I just saw someone die. Yes, I did. SP got doored down into the apron. He managed to recover it. Pluto hit the wall. He recovered it. Actually, might have even benefited him there. That definitely... How did that happen? Okay, I thought for sure he was going to, like, go barreling into flash gems there. And there's just... Okay, there's too many people hitting the wall right now for me to try and keep up with. High Road hit the wall there. That was pretty wild. They're 3 wide as we speak. SP gets there. Irish Pluto tries to close the door on Brad Ranger. He was barely clear. Brad Ranger kissed the wall there for a little bit. High Road is on the way back. Irish Pluto is tight as hell and just nailed the wall. And Brad Ranger nails his door as they both go spiraling down into the rest of the pack. Lodbroke just nailed the hell out of Brad Ranger, and he goes spinning on his own. Now, I think that might constitute a caution. We'll have to wait and see how they call that as. I just watched LRS try and go break the toe. I think, judging how High Road just looked at his MFD, I don't know what else you would want to call that. I'm assuming that they're going to call the caution for that. And yeah, it looks like they are. Caution is out for the second time today, or at least second time for cause today. Well, that's going to bring everything back together, and obviously, you know, that's not what you want to see for Tomato and Mole. But honestly, the way they were racing, kind of expected that to happen, but they kept it off each other for a fairly long time. Ooh. Pit Road is open this time. I'm gonna take a bite of my dinner. Ow. All right. I was like just trying to chew as fast as I can, get that down. I was like almost done with dinner. Just a few more cautions for me to get fed, please. I'm so hungry. Nah, but oh, is that beef? I'm missing the beef, but is this beef? SP. Oh, Hyro's not happy. Nah, they were just playing. That would have been kind of funny, man. Oh, doors him. That is beef right there. They are not happy with each other. Nah, I'm just playing. I do wish sometime that some person just has beef and just like completely knocks them out of like contention or something. Not like completely out of contention, but just knocks them out of the way. And then we're like completely serious about it. Like, it'd be bad, but you gotta admit, it would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny if that happened. They're choosing there. LRS goes high, Mole goes low. They will go green next time. That will be 23 laps to go, which, according to my math, that should be good to the end of the second stage, which is exactly what us non-fuel savers love to hear. We get to go racing for the rest of it without having any worry. But it's going to be a matter this time of actually keeping up with our top two. It's Tomato and Mole, as we've seen time and 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 time again. I counted how many times that this has probably happened this season. They tend to kind of wander off onto their own party at the front. But Everyone is kind of locked in right now. They said, no more. We're tired of this. We want a win. Or at least let's hope that they're saying that. I know I'd be thinking that. It's like, bro, gotta get a win, man. LRS has only won once this season. You know he wants to win. So, what did I just do? I cannot see my overlay. What the? I don't know why it just kicked me out of my own party, but it just did. That was confusing. Anyways, back green. That was weird. I was like, I didn't see my overlay on the top. And I'm like, oh my goodness, something's happened. No, I mean, I guess my party just died. You know what else just died? The run on the inside, because, oh my goodness, they evaporated quick. Hunter got a pretty horrible start. I mean, he dropped all the way to the rear. Nothing part to the outside lane kind of failing. As we complete lap number 15 there onto lap 16 of 37. Looks like that's load broken Ardeni that didn't quite get off to the right start already. LRS and SP trying to wash up the track a bit. Go the outside. That probably was not intentional to almost smash the wall. But you never know with SP strategy how that's going to play out. Like maybe they did strategy to just want to hit the outside wall. Not going to question it. D-Port, well on his way to the inside of SP. He's looking for third and maybe a little more. Does he dare go down the inside of the 17? He definitely thought about it. And while he was thinking about it, hit SP up the track. They're still side by side for third. Flash Jam's now going to take a peek. 3 wide. That is for fourth. Oh my gosh, they were almost 4 wide for a second. Hack almost made it that. And speaking of, where did Hack come from? That was pretty random. I don't know how he got up to the front, but cheers on him. That outside lane is working marvelously together. As LRS big dive down to the inside of his teammate SP. High Road also managed to make up a ton of ground, and Tomato got loose, and LRS is going to get a 2-for-1 deal in 3 and 4 and get to second place. Sights set on race leader Mole going into 1 and 2. Not able to get to the bottom, although puts the bumper to the back of him. That actually hurt him, if anything. Now Tomato's going to go right back down to the inside of LRS. Mole giving him the slipstream. Hack there to support. Hack looking to send it on the inside, but not quite there. Big run going to come off of turn number 4 here. SP and LRS pull high to the outside of Mole. They're door to door for the race lead going into turn 1. All the momentum is on the outside lane, but can they keep it? Mole and company trying to swipe up the track to try and kill their run, but LRS, for the moment, clears into the lead, but doesn't do anything about it. Hack tried to send it 3 wide. Hunter tried to follow him through, and LRS wisely goes to close off the inside while he still can. And LRS clears into the race lead for the first time today, but maybe not for long. Mole, big run down the inside, right back to the inside of LRS in 1 and 2. Now out of turn 2, Legacy Motor Club still trying to work that outside lane. They have been working it very well all night. They still have that help from High Road and Kenny. Hack still floating around in the midst down on the bottom. Out of 4 here, SP and LRS still working well. They're still level. They are working very well, bottom and inside, to keep each other at bay, as Mole got pushed up the track by Tomato, and that's going to split him down the middle and give all the advantage to the outside lane. SP and LRS clear 1 and 2. Now High Road looks to the middle of Mole and Tomato. Mole right now just falling back a few spots. Tomato clears ahead of Mole, cuts back down in front of High Road. Kenny's coming through, Hack's coming through, D-Port's coming through, Drake's coming through. My goodness, there are a lot of fun names up here running well. Off 4. Hack looking to the inside of Tomato now. High Road's going to be there to help them, but they back out. I have a bad feeling about how low Hack is running there. Mole gets down the inside of High Road. Look, that deal done. And for a moment, we are single file through the top 5. I say for a moment because there appears to always be something chaotic going on. As there we go, SP going, or I think actually that's Tomato going to the outside of SP. Mole somehow backed up that second pack. They've lost a bit of ground. LRS is going everywhere across the track, trying to block with the air. Hack looking to have missed the corner there. Might slow down the progress of his teammate Mole. Does apparently just that. Deport hanging it strong on the outside all by his lonesome. It isn't a fun feeling, I'll tell you that. If you're on the outside all on your own, I mean, you feel pretty fine through here because it's like you're not losing that much ground. But then once you get to the straightaway, it's either they pull up high on the back stretch and you get the toe, or you don't and you just fall back. Oh, car in the wall. It's the 4 of HD. As, Mole and Deport made contact there. Deport got into the outside wall. He had a little bit of extra help from Kenny as we have a car spinning in the back. I think that's Irate Pluto that spun. Yes, he has. And it appears he's the only person that has spun as Load Broken Ardeni too far back to hit him. Meanwhile, Hack down the inside of SP. Still door-to-door. LRS is really blocking Tomato right now. Kenny, we're on the bottom. Hendrick teammates right there as, contact. SP into the wall momentarily. He managed to save it, and now Mole looks down the inside of SP. As you look up ahead, you see that they're also battling for the race lead. Hack is doing the absolute most to keep these guys at bay, while the top 2 kind of run away, and there we go. It looks like SP's going to clear for 3rd. Yes, he does. And Hack drills the outside wall. Right into Mole, right into Kenny, and right into the rest of the field. Deport's involved. Looks like that's the bulk of it, and I think High Road's involved, and that's really... Oh, my goodness, I thought Loberg would have just absolutely murdered someone. I think Drake also got involved as well. I just want to check. Yeah, it looks like he's quite involved. Caution for the 3rd time tonight will come out once they cross the line. And a lot of death just happened right there. I don't know how that happened, but Hack just completely, like his steering just shut off. Like he just shot straight into the wall. My goodness, man. Caution out for the 3rd time for cause tonight. By God. All right, now I get to eat my dinner. I'll be choosing next time by. As you can tell, nothing particularly changed too much, other than, Mole being in second now. Should probably be able to finish dinner by the next caution. Yay, I get to eat. Alright, choosing at the line. Round and round they go. Where will LRS stop? I know. He's going to the bottom. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. Now, I have seen that before. I think SP did something similar to that before and got damage. And I'm pretty sure LRS just did the same thing. And I think he just got front end damage. I should be reacting a lot more crazily like I did when SP did that. But, wow. LRS just gave himself front end damage. Ugh, that tastes nasty. Well, probably just should have stuck to the bottom there, Mr. LRS. Think it would have been better for your cause, but, I guess that's just how the way the cookie crumbles. When we head back green, good old-fashioned 5 laps to go. Obviously, caution would probably more likely end the stage, but, it's going to be a straight shootout, and it's going to be pretty chaotic here. LRS in control. Tomato 2 is inside. Here we go. And the inside does not get that good of a launch, as LRS will take us to the green flag. 5 laps to go here in stage number 2. LRS trying to get another stage win this season, as everyone hits the apron right there in 1 and 2, and everyone begins to lose time. Riding on board Brad Ranger here as he races into 3 and 4. He's had a pretty good restart. Where in the absolute hell has Kenny come from? He is in 3rd. I want to ride on board him. I want to see this. 4 laps to go. I mean, he's about to get passed by Tomato here in just about a second. But I saw him after pit stops. He was up pretty high. This is, again, one of his favorite tracks. LRS, who does unfortunately have damage from the looks of it after doing the dumbest move of all time, might be in a little bit of trouble. He's having to run the outside lane because that's really the only place his car really wants to run right now, other than, in the wall. Tomato now has a huge run on Mole. What will he do with it? Go right to the inside. Not as lenient as he was just a few 30 laps ago, as outside the top 5 they have fallen apart. Where in the hell, again, has Flash Champs come from? I have no idea, but he is now in the top 5 and contending for the stage win. We currently have 3 laps to go as Tomato and Mole make contact. Mole slides up the track. He keeps it off the fence. Great job saving it there. And now we'll try and slide in front of Flash Champs. Not quite clear. Flash Champs is there, and he did not care because he turned right down on him, and they both go and lose time there. Down the backstretch, Tomato bobbing and weaving down the stretch into 3 and 4, trying to break the toe. Out of 4, they will come to see the green and white flag. This is the last lap in stage number 2, and Mole's got a huge run coming into turn 1. What will he do with it? Goes to the outside. Flash hangs low. Tomato washes up the track. Here's Flash's shot. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 2. Mole clears high. Flash goes low. Into 3 and 4 they go. Mole sails it off. Can he close the door? They're 3 wide for 3rd, and Mole's going to take stage number 2. He sweeps the stages in remarkable fashion. And I should point out the fact that Tomato got absolutely, smogged right there coming onto the last lap. He started the last lap of stage 2 in first. He ended up 5th. How about that? Now I get to finish my dinner. Stage 3 coming up. All right. Well, here we go. Just like it was at the start of the race, stage 1 and stage 2, Mo will lead us underway for stage 3. And before I continue on, I will apologize for talking with my while there's food in my mouth. Just then, kind of needed to as we started the third stage. Obviously, gotta mind my manners. Anyways, 51 laps left in this race once they cross the finish line here. And Flash right now has etched himself into this fight for the win. Hunter, I was talking with him earlier. He stated that Flash Champ was a pretty big dark horse for this race, and that he was in it with a decent shot. He definitely knows what he's talking about. Also, should give props to Kenny, who's been holding on pretty strong so far in the second half of the race. So far, as Tomato is going to get by him with help from HD. I think the rest of the field is trying to get around that 8 car. But I don't think they're realizing that that 8 car's got a lot of speed in it. It's not going to go down really easily. Looks like they got that all figured out. And for the first time, we really are completely single file through the top 10. Looks like. No, actually, this is like the top 8. Oh, that 4 almost got into the wall. He swerved off that thing. Kept it off of it. Oh my goodness. 1 second. As I'm a man of honesty, I will admit why I was there. I sat on my empty dinner plate. That is quite annoying. Well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I own it. Yeah, it happened. I'm a man. I admit that. Shit happens. Sorry for cussing. Let's get back into racing, shall we? So it appears as though when we left off, these guys were all really close. I don't think HD wanted to throw himself into the wall like that, but he ended up doing it anyways. Mole getting really loose already in the run. Flash Champs keeping him honest for the race lead. He's got Tomato in his toe right behind, pushing him all the way around. All these guys right now, at least within the draft, the leader, are in it with the fighting chance. It's kind of what these next-gen cars are able to do for you. That's why I like them so much, honestly. Keeps so many people in fighting contention, and they're very stable. They're almost like kind of easier to drive, if I'm being honest. Like, don't really have to fight it that much. It's very smooth. Which I'm perfectly okay with. 42 laps to go there. Already 10 laps into this third and final stage. Kenny's starting to lose touch with this main pack. He's out of the draft. Unfortunately, looks like he's going to start falling back into the clutches of that second pack. Oh, SP gave the 17 a bump. He moved him all the way up the track as Tomato's almost up in the wall. He was maybe lagging a little bit, but he keeps it fair. Kind of breaks apart the group a little bit. So SP moves into third. HD follows behind with LRS, Tomato, Pluto still there. Still just looking through. It's like always looking through just to find up-to-date relevant information. Not particularly about the race, but just know any NASCAR news. I'm still just looking when action is, for better term, lacking. Right now there's still single file. A secondary trio trying to catch back up to the back bumper of SP as Kenny continues to fall into the clutches of that second pack. Ooh, let's actually take a peek. They are side by side right now, Hack and High Road. It looks like in a fairly smaller margined pack. Oh, and Mole got really loose off of turn number 2 there. Mole is going to have to try and go defensive. Flash goes to the outside. Has help from SP, but can't hold that outside line quite as well. And LRS is actually going to take advantage, go to the inside of the 18, but eventually back off, let him go back through. That's interesting. Let Flash Champs back in. Live to fight out for another day. Is Flash looking to be pretty patient, going for lead right now. Except for, obviously, when the opportunity arises, to which he does go. The cross line there, they complete lap number 100. 35 laps left to go in this race. To the inside now goes the 18. No help, not quite close enough. but the move is coming soon. HD now getting to the back bumper of the 18. He moves into third place. Highest he has been in a second. Flash tried to go high, pulls back down low. Now Tomato looks to take over third as Mole got so loose he lost lead and it might even lose second. Completely stalled the run of the inside lane led by Tomato. And now Flash Champs is into the lead for the first time. And he's loose again! Mole almost into pit road. Slides it back up into the field. He's up into the outside wall. Keeps it there. Major moment there for a race leader. Or once race leader. Lowbrook drove right through him. No caution there as that was just one car. But that was huge. You could tell from the last few laps his car was just way too loose. And he lost it coming out of turn 4. Almost went down to pit road, and I'm assuming that's why he really looped is because he yanked on the wheels so hard to keep it out of pit road that he ended up putting it in the fence, which honestly might have been a little worse. He probably should have just tried to keep that going in the grass, or at least in the pits, because now he's got a lot of damage on that front end of the car, and now he's puttering around in the back right now. Major moment in this race. As HD now moves into second, Tomato third. 6 cars make up this pack. Flash, HD, Tomato, SP, Irate Pluto, LRS. Only one driver in this group has not won a race yet this season. Actually, 2 of them have not. Flash and Irate Pluto. So, how aggressive are they going to get? I see HD's looking a little loose for wear. Doesn't look like haven't seen really any signs that they're going to come into pit road. So it looks like they're going to keep it going. Tomato clears on the outside into second. HD's showing signs of a really loose race car like Mole was there. 30 laps to go. So if they pit now, they are good to the end on... Actually, I don't know if fuel burn is a thing at Las Vegas. Theoretically, they are good to the end on fuel. Let's go with that. Theoretically, they are good to the end on fuel. So if there were a caution, they would be fine. However, they're probably going to stretch this out as they want the maximum amount of fuel. Where is Mr. Mole in the hole? He's just down the backstretch. This, obviously, got to feel rough for Mole. The one upside to that crash... if any. Oh! Tomato's up in the outside wall just before I could say it. Nailed the wall. Got loose, tried to catch it. A little bit of door damage, but it looks like he'll survive. Anyways, what I was about to say is that Mole has an 84-point buffer to the cutoff line and won both stages. He is already locked into the next round, so he doesn't really have to worry. He might even be locked in to the round after. Nah, that's a joke. But obviously, you know, a bad finish. We don't really see him finish outside the top 10 very much. I don't think that he is going to particularly tonight. Obviously, if some things go out a little differently. But, you know, could happen. SP and LRS come into pit road. They're the first to come in, at least from this leading group. Trying to find our leaders. Yeah, there we go. Tomato and Flash side by side for lead. Irate, Pluto, and HD follow in suit. The fuel lights are on for these drivers, so they will have to come in pretty soon. Car just up ahead, that is Lodebroke, who already has served his pit stop. How many people will come in this lap? Irate, Pluto, Flash, and HD. It looks like others as Flash has spun it coming down to pit road. I will say Las Vegas tends to be pretty tricky on pit road, and unfortunately that's the icing on the cake there. Flash Champs, another driver who was leading coming to pit road, spins it coming down, and he's got damage to the front end. Another contender assumably out of the race. Mole comes down to pit. Tomato is now also down into the pits. SP and LRS already off pit road. And now they're working together, trying to build up a gap. Here they come across the start-finish line. Where do they come out in relevance to where the people were before? Irate, Pluto, and HD. This is who they were racing with earlier. They're going to have to be careful about merging. They merge right where they should be. SP and LRS going to get the jump and a little bit of change with it. And see Deeport there for a second. Flash Gems, unfortunately, now just exiting pit road. He's basically done right now. Tomato is still on pit road. He's just now exiting. Where do we see him come out? He goes out wide, and it looks like the strategy's going to pay off. LRS SP going to take the lead of this race. Brad Ranger's the last person to have not hit. Right now, we got a little bit of a weird tandem that's kind of opened up. Drake is now in the middle of this, although I do think he is a lap down. As LRS officially takes the lead, Brad Ranger was the last man to come down pit road. And Mole, who is just behind Deport, who's just behind the leaders, he is a lap down, unfortunately. HD got by Drake, so the top four are now 1, 2, 3, 4, although they are gapped a little bit. And right now we have 23 laps to go, so this is about their second or third. So they're good to the end. I don't know what fuel burn looks like here again, so I'm not certain about that, but again, I say this a lot, theoretically, they are good to the end on fuel and tires. This should be the race to the checkered flag, barring any cautions. Looking around just to see what everyone's looking like. And right now, I'm kind of curious about this onboard with HD, who has very good pace around Las Vegas. He's closing in on Tomato. He and Tomato both have fresher tires than the top two. But he's going to have to be... That 4 car is going to be very scared because he's got to keep in that draft if he wants a chance. Even if he's got the fresher tires, nothing beats the draft. And right now they're closing. Drake is actually keeping up in the 4's draft. Irie Pluto is getting a great tow out of this, although right there that seemed to have slowed them down a fair bit. High Road, just leading this trio, is in 6th, just to give you an idea of where other people are. Where is he? Yeah, okay, looks like Tomato has caught the draft, and you can already see what that's done, and that's opened up the gap between HD and the top 3. Now the question, what happens next? Tomato looking to the inside of SP already now as we hit 20 laps to go. Doesn't quite do much. They'll have to start fighting if there's the guys behind have a shot, or for them to have a shot. Look at that, SP looking down the inside of LRS. Backed out of it, but that slowed him for a second. Looking elsewhere. Crimson Sniper, Kenny, Deport, Mole, High Road all working together. Or racing together. Guess not particularly working together. LRS SP side by side. Oh my gosh, they're going to be 3 wide. And now Tomato goes to the inside of SP. He's not done yet. Fresher tires, lunges it on the bottom. Beautiful line right there by Tomato. Kept it so pinned on the white line. And he's going to take the lead with that. That was an incredible move by Tomato. And now he is, while he is again on the fresher tires, now he's got to run. He's got to try and open up the gap even more. And LRS and SP, they've got to fight to try and keep Tomato at bay and even get back around him. Absolute scenes with just 17 to go. Tomato did win Las Vegas earlier this year, so he is looking to sweep the streets, or sweep the strip. I'm sweep something. I'm trying to like think of something catchy for that, but just ain't working. SP is now up in the second. Drake and Ari Pluto can't really seem to push that forward any further than what they already can. Unfortunately, it looks like they've stalled out on momentum. SP and LRs continue to do battle. Tomato trying to break the toe. Can't quite do that right now. SP's still hanging on. Real wrench would have to be thrown into this race to see something happen. Kenny's continuing his descent down the field. Yeah, otherwise right now I think this is, other than the battle for 7th, I think this is the closest battle we have in the field for the race lead. Now approaching 15 laps to go. Or is that 14? No, that's 15. No, that's 14. No, I just can't count. Gosh darn it. You can see Tomato going all over the track. He's snaking around. Which is a little fun there! Oh my gosh, Hyro just completely murdered Deport, and he killed Mole in that caution too! Oh my gosh! What in the world was he doing? Caution has come out, and what in the world just happened? First of all, let's just talk about that luck to tune in at the exact time that happened, because I don't know if that was beef, if he thought he was clear, or if that was just lag. But oh my goodness. This race has just been flipped on its head. I'm assuming pit road's going to be open this time, and if you're Tomato LRSSP, you gotta be kicking yourself, man. It's like, man, you had that in the bag. One of you were gonna walk out with the win. Now, you're gonna have to fight for it. And noting, Mole was in that crash, so he is not eligible for the free pass. Pit road is open. Do we see anyone take the wave around? Well, if anyone even can take the wave around, no. And so because... Okay, so it looks like because Mole might have been the free pass, but he was involved in that wreck, he's not going to get on the free pass, so no lucky dog for this caution. And that is going to be crucial. That keeps a lot of people pinned down under a lap. Now, what I'm also trying to figure out is how many laps are we going to go with green left? Because we had this caution pretty late as Tomato slow stop, and SP is going to take over the lead of this race. How about that? And HG got up into 3rd. Great stops there from all the crews. High Road's up now. High Road's up there. Kenny's up there. Crimson Sniper's even up here. Oh my goodness. Well, this is, to say the least, pretty darn cool to see. Well, not that there's a caution, but it is pretty cool to see some names up here. So when we choose, it will be 11 to go when we choose, and when we go back green, it'll be 10 to go. But the ruling that I'm trying to remember is that any restart within 10 laps to go is single file. However, when they take the green flag, it will be 10 laps remaining in the race. So, are we going to do a lap around and then go single file restart? Or are we going to be choosing here because we're not within 10 laps to go yet? We'll see here. Let's just say for right now, choose cone is open, and it does look like they will be able to choose. SP goes high. Tomato, HD, Irate Pluto low. LRS, High Road follow on the outside. So yeah, we will go green with just 10 laps to go in this race. All cautions after that are single file. Oh, you gotta be like dead if you're not excited for this. Because like, I don't know, you must just not have a heartbeat or something. I don't know. Because we're gonna have 10 laps to go at Las Vegas. A track like this and the racing that we've seen all night, we've seen aggressive moves made, and we have some very unique characters up in the front vying for wins. SP trying to get his 3rd win on the season. LRS trying to fight for his 2nd. Tomatoes trying to extend his most wins on the season and go back to back. HG's trying to get his 2nd career UTLR win in NASCAR and his first his favorite track. Irate Pluto's trying to snap an almost season-long winless streak. High Road's trying to get his first career win. Kenny's trying to get his first career win in first career win in a long time. And Crimson Sniper is trying to pull off one of the greatest upsets we've seen. Here we go. 10 laps to go from Las Vegas. SP's the control car, and he messed up the restart a bit. He jumped a little prematurely, then had to back off, and that killed the momentum on the outside and killed any momentum he had. 10 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Already hit the apron. Everyone's hitting the apron. LRS has a huge run on the outside. Big pushes coming from behind. High Road's pushing the 43 Velo, rest of the top. Into 3 and 4. Are they going to go 3 wide? No, they don't. Tomato thinks better of it. Help on the outside, help on the inside for both. They race into turn 1 even. It's Legacy Motor Club leading as 19 of High Road makes contact with LRS. He moves him off the track. They still stay fair. Crimson Sniper's found his way into the top 5. I don't know how the hell that just happened, but okay. They're still side by side for the race. Leah's High Road is lagging like hell. I don't know if that's for everyone else or if that's just me, but he comes down, he hits the 4 of Hunter, and now Crimson Sniper, Hack will both go through. LRS now left all in his lonesome. Can't get there. Crimson Sniper slides to the track. He had help from Hack, as Tomato and SP are both going to move up and try and take advantage. Big run coming from the 43. Tomato tried to go down the inside, but LRS was already there. Side by side for 2nd, going to 3 and 4. Irate Pluto and Kenny both sliding up the track. Hack moves up into 5th. He's followed by Deport and Crimson Sniper. Just coming to 7 laps to go in this one. And it is razor thin. Oh, and Hunter puts the bumper to the 43. He moves Tomato and LRS out of the way. Shades of Michigan, but with 7 to go already, and HG's already looking for the race lead. SP's going really defensive. Trying to go all over to find a way around the 42. 6 laps to go. SP's trying to hang on. Looks like they both sail it up the track just a little bit. Deport's trying to run that outside lane. He's been running all night. Hack is trying to play spoiler. He's helping out Tomato. They're all hugging the inside line. And HG trying to arc it to get past SP. Keeping it nice and pinned. Hack gets by Tomato. That's for 4th. HD tries to go to the outside here. 5 laps to go. No more manual cautions. Hack trying to go down the inside of HG. No one went to the outside with them. Bumper to the back of the 42 from his teammate. He checked up, and now there's contact between the 4 and the 43. HD now all alone on the outside lane, almost 3 wide with Deport. It looks like they'll be okay. Hack has now moved into 3rd. Where in the hell did he come from? And now he's gonna make it 2nd. Big set going into turn 2. Way too aggressive. Tomato moves into P2. There's 3 wide for 2nd. And Hack's still dooring Tomato down the back straightaway. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not very happy with the 17. It is pandemonium as everyone is going up the track. Coming to 3 to go, and it's Legacy Motor Club still leading it. Tomato is in third. HE getting shuffled out. Flash Champs looking to the inside of Hack for fourth. Out of 2. LRS looking to the inside. SP still blocking. Tomato gonna make the same move Hack did just a while ago. Bumper to the back of the 43. He slides up the track. Flash is gonna peek through. He takes third. Hack gonna fall through. Drake is somehow in the mix now as well. He's closing up. 2 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Oh, Deport got put below the apron. He's gonna slide up the track. He saves it. No one died somehow, but we keep it green. Down the back straightaway. LRS still trying to weigh around his teammate, but what can he do? 4 more corners to go. Can SP hold on for his 3rd win of the season, or will his teammate LRS still won? White flag in the air, 1 to go from Las Vegas. Into 1 and 2, the 18 puts the bumper to the 43. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. LRS is gonna have to send it. He wouldn't do it to a teammate, he wouldn't do it to a friend. Teammate's gonna prevail, and it's gonna be SP stealing one here at Las Vegas. What a race. Flash is going to get LRS at the line for 2nd. Oh my goodness. What a chaotic and crazy final 10 laps of that one, folks. LRS actually got 2nd. Excuse me. Flash got 3rd. Tomato 4th. HD rebounds for 5th. Irate Pluto 6th. Brad Ranger 7th. Hack 8th. High Road 9th. And Deport 10th. Let's take a moment to catch our breath. Oh boy. I'm gonna be feeling that, man. I mean, I was like talking his last like good for those last 10 laps. Everyone was racing it like it was the last. I mean, that provided some insane racing. Fastest lap credits go to HD Morton, and let's go ahead and get our top 3 in here. Oh boy. Sup LRS, SP, and Flash. All right. Well, welcome everyone. If you may, oh wait, is Ardeni gonna pause the lobby? All right, there he goes. All right, well, hello gentlemen. If you would all include your auto, that would be much appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get started here with our 3rd place finisher here of Flash Champ. Flash Champ, got a copy?
I do.
Well, man, it was a pretty chaotic race for you, man. You were HD. I was talking with them earlier. He said you were a dark horse for the win tonight, and obviously you came through the pack multiple times and showed that you had speed to get up and win it. Unfortunately, just came up a few positions short of it in what was a crazy last few laps. Talk me through your race, man.
Oh, well, we struggled a little bit, obviously. We led for a couple of laps. Got clubbered by Pluto going to the pit road, but that's okay. We were able to, that caution late really helped us out. Was able to get us from 14th or 13th, wherever we were, and we got back into a podium, so no complaints. We'll go on to New Hampshire next week and hopefully beat SP this time.
And I just want to make sure that that's right. Yeah, we're at New Hampshire next week. Yeah, obviously got to be pretty excited about that, but even then, what's your look on the playoffs right now? Obviously, got a great run there. How you feeling as far as how confident you are making it into the next round?
Oh, I'm confident. We'll be fine in New Hampshire. Shouldn't be any problems whatsoever of getting in on points. If we don't win, obviously, but shouldn't be no problem whatsoever.
All right, man. Well, congratulations to you on a third place finish here. An impeccable job for you to fight through the field like that, and congratulations.
Yep, thanks, sir. Congrats, SP. Good win.
Thank you.
We'll now move on to our second place finisher here of LRS. LRS, you got a copy?
What's up, INF?
The sky, but was up was a very crazy final 10 laps in which you were fighting like hell for that second place position, getting bumped at points, getting sent through wide. Absolute craziness from you, and you had to survive the storm. You ended up with a P2. Talk me through those last 10 laps.
Yeah, man. First of all, before I go into that, I just have to say congratulations to SP. I know what he's going through. He'll probably explain it. I've been going through the same thing. It's not easy. And when stuff like that happens, stuff like this makes you feel a little better about yourself. So he definitely deserved it. But yeah, on to the questions. That was the best defensive drive of my life. I drove my ass off to try and keep those guys behind me because I know what's at stake for SP. I know we're in the playoffs, and what he's going through, I had to do what I had to do. No shades of Flash or anybody. I know he understands, but I had to just keep it on the bottom, and I had to try because, there has to be somebody there for you at the end of the day, and that's why I have a teammate. So that was my best defensive drive, and there's nobody that I would rather do it for than SP. It's second place, but, it's good for the playoffs, and I should be on to the next round.
Yeah, and let's say, because I always say, like, right now, what you'd be looking at for your chances at the playoffs. Obviously, Flash and you are pretty good, but let's move to the next round, because that's where it gets pretty interesting. It goes from 12 to 8, and then from 8 to 4. How are you feeling knowing that likely you're going to move on into the round of 8, and then how do you feel about your chances of making it to the round of 4?
Yeah, the round of 8 for me is kind of a strong round. Martinsville, I'm pretty good at. I don't know if I'm as good as Mole, obviously not, but I think I'm on par with Pluto, with SP, with Flash for that second place. That's a really good track for me. And then Watkins Glen, that's my best road course. You've seen it. SP's seen it. Everyone in the league has seen how I perform there. And then Michigan, another one of those big ovals where I perform well. So I think if I can just stay consistent through those, I should make the Final Four.
Very confident words from a very confident man. Congratulations to you on another second place and a incredible defensive drive there at the end.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I have to give a shout out to Flash as well for being up here, as well as Tomato and Mole and everyone else in the field. They raced a great race tonight. It was really fun. We got both lanes working. And again, shout out to my buddy SP. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to get him emotional before his interview, and I don't want to end mine on an emotional note.
Well, yeah, man. Well, takes us on to our race winner here. SP, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. I'm here.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, congratulations to you on your victory. It's your third win on the season. And obviously, most importantly, you've locked yourself into the round of 8. Talk me through it, man. How you feeling?
It feels great to win. I still don't feel great. I'm just glad I'm here with a bunch of group of guys that understand what I'm going through. I'll just say it simply: cancer sucks. So I'll just put it like that. I'm not gonna say anymore. Yeah, we raced a really good race tonight. And we had a lot of help tonight. As far as Luke, and he was with me all night long. We called a lot of strategies together and paid off. And Luke wasn't gonna leave my side if we can get past those guys, and we did, and we just worked together, and we were able to get the win. I couldn't have done this without Luke tonight. If Luke was not racing, I would not be where I was at tonight. My car was great, but I just needed that extra little push or extra little buddy to help me out a little bit and work with me in the draft and to get it done. There was no way I was winning that tonight. I owe Luke everything. This race, this is for my father. But yeah, I owe Luke everything. What he did tonight just kept pushing me, got me through all the way to the front, and he just worked me all night. I can't just express how fucking happy I am and just how grateful I am for Luke. But yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to say anything about myself. Luke did everything tonight to help me out get this, and I owe him everything.
Well, looking forward into the next round, obviously. You have, again, clinched your way into the next round with the victory. What does that feel like as a confidence booster moving up into the round of 8?
Yeah, the round of 8, I mean, we got some good tracks for us. Martinsville's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Watkins Glen might be a little struggle too, and I don't know where the other race is at, but I mean, we'll see. We got good cars, we got great teammates. We'll see how it goes. We got to work through it. I know we're in the next round already, but if we take any sort of break or we're relieved for any sort of second, these other guys are going to pounce on us, and we won't be in the Final Four. And I know we're more than capable of doing it. Been in the Final Four the last 2 years in a row, I want to say, or last year, and trucks I was also in the Final Four as well. But yeah, you can't let your guard down, or these guys are going to pounce on you. So even though I won tonight, I mean, we're still going to push, still see what we can do, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thank you, INF.
Thank you, SP, and congratulations again on a fantastic victory here at Las Vegas. Again, your 3rd on the season.
Thank you, INF. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, that'll about do it for us here from the Under Lights Racing League Cup Series. Tune in tomorrow night as our Xfinity Series is taking part in their 2nd race of the playoffs. They are at the Texas Motor Speedway. Going to be a fantastic race there on High Draft. Tune in Monday for the Season 1 finale of the UTLR F2 Series. Tuesday for the elimination race for the Truck Series at Kansas. And tune in next week, same time as always, on Wednesday, at New Hampshire for our final round or race of the first round of the playoffs. 4 drivers will be sent home to try and, well, I don't know, they'll just be sent to Cancun or whatever. And 8 drivers will see to another round and continue their championship hopes. But for now, this has been INF signing off. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live broadcast of Binder Lights Racing League Cup Series. And until next time, my friends, take it easy. Good night.